Hey guys, what is good? Derek here from Bomb Socks with more Bomb Bites, where we feast upon the words of Christ and we do it one bite at a time. So if you are going to stay active, and again, active is a funny word, I get that, but if you're going to stay involved and participating and committed to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, you are going to hold a calling. Yeah, and callings are awesome. Callings have a unique ability to be able to stretch you in ways that you normally wouldn't get stretched in this life. Because sometimes you're called upon to do things that you're just like you never saw yourself doing. I rarely, when I called people, when I was a bishop, when I called people to callings, rarely did I have someone say, perfect, this is me. It's about time someone has called me to this because I've been waiting for this. No, most people are generally taken off guard, and it often pulls them out of their comfort zones. But I'm curious, I don't know if you've ever thought about this, what is a dream calling that you would love to have? Maybe you'd like to be the word greeter. Maybe you'd like to be the guy who passes out programs. Maybe you're I don't know, maybe you'd love to work in the young men's or the young women's or whatever it is. And with that in mind, what is your dread calling? Maybe you dread working in the nursery. Maybe the thought of being a primary teacher scares you. Maybe whatever it is. But we have our dream callings and our dread callings. And what's interesting is very rarely are we called to our dream callings, but we often are called to our dread callings. And we've got to figure out a way to deal with that. So the section today I think that'll help you out is section 72 of the Doctrine and Covenants. So you look at the section heading. So there's several elders and members who are assembled themselves together to learn their duty to be further edified in the teachings of the church. Now, there's three revelations that happen on the same day. So this whole revelation is about that. So the first part of it is to a gentleman by the name of Newell K. Whitney. Here's Brother Whitney right here. Good, faithful man. He ran a storehouse there in Kirtland, Ohio. In fact, the first time Joseph Smith goes into Kirtland, Ohio, he walks into Newell K. Whitney's store and he sees him. He's like, "Newell K. Whitney, thou art the man." And Newell responds with, "Well, you know who I am, but I don't know who you are." And he says, "I am Joseph Smith, the prophet. You have prayed me here. Now, what would you like me to do?" And so this is the cool thing is Newell's called to be a bishop, and he's very new at this. He doesn't know what he's doing. And I love his words right here. Check out his own testimony. Now, Newell, like I said, is called to be a bishop. Verse number 8, it says, "Verily I say unto you, my servant Newell K. Whitney is the man who shall be appointed and ordained unto this power." Previous in that section, it says, we need a bishop because Edward Partridge is over in Jackson County, Missouri, serving over there. So they need someone in Kirtland. And Newell's response is so great here when you look at his feelings. He says, the thought of assuming this important responsibility, meaning the office of a bishop, was almost more than Newell K. Whitney could bear. He distrusted his ability and he felt incapable of discharging the high and holy trust. In his perplexity, he appealed to the prophet. "I cannot see a bishop in myself, Brother Joseph, but if you say it's the Lord's will, I'll try." Oh, what a great statement that anybody could share with any calling. If I don't see myself in this calling, but if you say it's the Lord's will, I'll try. I love that. "You need not take my word alone," answered the prophet kindly. "Go and ask Father for yourself." There is a great pattern there. Ask God. If you are struggling with this, talk to God about it. This is a calling from him. Newell, determined to do as the prophet advised, his humble, heartfelt prayer was answered. In the silence of night and in the solitude of his chamber, he heard a voice from heaven. "Thy strength is in me." Those words were few and simple, but they had a world of meaning. His doubts were dispelled like dew before the dawn. He straightway sought the prophet, told him he was satisfied, and was willing to accept the office in which he had been called. So here's the question though, what if you don't feel qualified to serve in a particular calling, which is really most of us? This quote from Elder Neal A. Maxwell has always blessed my life. God does not begin by asking us about our ability, but only about our availability. And then if we prove our dependability, he will increase our capability. That's so good because it's not about us. You and I cannot do these things on our own. That if we try to do that, we will fail miserably. Remember the promise the Lord gave to Newell K. Whitney with those 5 words, "Thy strength is in me." Callings in Jesus Christ's church come from Jesus Christ. So how could this knowledge help you when you get a hard calling? And how could it help you serve faithfully in that calling? Because it's going to be difficult for you. So whenever you are called upon to do hard things in the church, maybe there are things that you don't think you can do. Maybe there are things that you don't want to do. There have been callings that I've had. I'm like, I don't know if I'd really want to do that, but if it's from the Lord, then I will do it and I will do my best. And I've watched him stretch me in ways that blessed my life and enabled me to help bless other people's lives as well. So just remember that. So whenever you receive any kind of calling in the church, remember, Thy strength is in the Lord. And go look at that section 72. Look at Newell K. Whitney's example. Some of you, men out there may be called to be as bishops. Even harder, you women will be called to be bishops' wives, because that's how they call bishops out there. They take the most spiritual, powerful, wonderful person, then they call her husband. And so you ladies are going to have to deal with this as well. But the idea there is thy strength is in the Lord. And I know that's true. I've watched it happen, and it will happen with you as well. So utilize Newell K. Whitney's story when you have difficult callings. Hey, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and thanks for sharing. Godspeed. See you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.